Welcome to the show, Darryl Hurs. Darryl Hurs is a gentleman who I met years ago, and I need to put a piece of paper up because he's the owner and managing director of so many things. I couldn't remember the list, but I mean, currently you're the managing director of Downtown Canada, and you're the owner and operator of Indieweek, Indie 101, Music Pro Summit, Screen to Screen. You also teach at Harris. You work for CD Baby. It's like these things keep you busy all year round, I imagine. For those of you who don't know, Darryl is in the business of bringing musicians and the industry together in conference form and in other forms as well. Darryl's involved in everything from publishing questions to how do you release singles using CD Baby and other things. So Darryl, on a busy day like today, you just got back from the ECMAs and you're just gearing up for the Indie 101 conference, which starts next week, I believe, right?
That's right. Yeah, Monday.
So fill me in. What's been going on, brother?
All the stuff you just talked about and more. If anyone's attended any of our talks recently, I talk about trying to be planned out 12 months in advance. So while all of that is happening in the background, we're planning the next 12 months. And that includes partnerships with festivals in Brazil, Peru, and we're looking at other markets for the first half of next year. Wow. Asia and Europe. And there's lots that's going to come out. We can't really say a lot yet, but planning of Music Pro Summit, planning of Indie Week, with Downtown very active in talking to clients in regards to distribution, as you said. Fuga is one of our brands, and that is basically Fuga distributes record labels and catalogs. Mm-hmm. And so that's been a big focus of mine. And
does Indie Week take the lion's share of your time?
No, especially now, really I'm focusing a lot on Downtown. And okay. That's what I mean, like the staff are pushing a lot of that. We have daily meetings, but no, a lot of my focus is on the Downtown side of things.
What's the pitch on this one? What's Downtown all about?
Well, basically, Downtown's publishing company, but has been acquiring different brands, and really, CD Baby is one of them. So I was with CD Baby for 3 years as the part of the international team, yep. And now I'm part of Downtown Global, which is kind of an elevation of that team. It's evolved, but now we represent all the Downtown brands. So CD Baby's one, but
I see
there's many Downtown brands, and really where it really fits is that ultimately the goal is to be able to help a creator or an artist at any level of their career. And CD Baby is the DIY level. Fuga is distribution for record labels. Mm-hmm. We've got AdRev, which is about collecting, making sure money's being collected properly on YouTube, because often it's right. Not. And there's many other brands in between, but it's really what level are you at? We've got a place. And a lot of the discussions are with the clients is really trying to figure out where are they and where are they planning to go so that we can figure out the right fit.
I mean, you with the collective companies that you work with, you're working with artists, putting them in touch with the industry at whatever level they're on. Like if you're a new Toronto artist, you can help them find the clubs and the promoters and the bookers sort of on the street in Toronto, but you can also help to help them with finding funding and finding ways to go down and do something like a South by Southwest or a different festival, sort of outside of their scope. And you can also, with larger bands, you can help them with everything. This is really sort of a multi-tiered artist connection point that you're kind of all these things seem to, like Indie Week, Music Pro Summit, Screen, Downtown Canada, all these things seem to lend themselves to the same general idea that you're helping connect artists with industry.
Absolutely. And I got to say, a real big factor is, especially through what we're programming on the conferences, but also the Song Trust is another one of the Downtown brands. They're mm-hmm. always putting out educational videos. A lot of it really is educating the artist and the creator on how to run their business. And as we know, over the years, labels have done less and less artist development. Yep. and they're kind of wanting to go, oh, you're kind of already developed, now we'll work with you.
Yeah.
So a lot of the goals are to make artists aware of the tools that are available right now, because I think it's absolutely amazing.
What's happening next week? Next week is Indie 101, right? That's the conference. That's the 16th to the 19th. What's the big thing happening? What's the big thing happening at the conference this year?
There's a number of things. One, I'm very excited that we've got Michael Anthony Alago talking. He signed Metallica, White Zombie, worked with Nina Simone, quite the character, many great stories. We always love having that one kind of component that somebody can talk about the old days and how it's all like, it's magic to me hearing those stories. And then we've got some B2Bs like Meet the European festivals. We've got Karen Allen and Mike Warner talking. Karen's wrote the book on Twitch for Musicians. Mike Warner, Work Hard, Play This Hard. It's very, like, to me, putting these together, I learn a lot. There's always gaps. You can't know it all. It's like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. And I do want to mention that, yes, we've got 4 online conferences, but there's a reason for it. Because often, like, people are like, wow, like, that's crazy. But really what it is we used to have an in-person conference. And at a hotel, you could have many rooms with different things happening in those rooms. But online, you kind of have one room, one focus.
Yes.
So it's like we've split those topics up so that each conference is actually focused. So Indie 101 is about education. So we've got presentations, how-tos, and that kind of approach, with always a focus on connecting. We've got meetups and B2Bs and things like that. We've got breakout rooms, Seneca College, on different topics of the business: grant writing, producing, songwriting, etc. And then in September is the Music Pro Summit, which is more high-level industry discussion about strategy. And how do you take data and what do you do with data? How do you turn that into something you can actually use? Which is often a mystery for a lot of people.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to February. We had Screen by Screen, which is music and tech. So AI, VR, blockchain, metaverse. And we do that early in the year because we can talk about, here's the predictions of the year. Because, at the start, it's like, what's the hot thing? And it's there for 2 months and then there's a different hot thing. And then Indieweek is our flagship in November, and it pulls all that together. And then we also have a big focus on international and international connections. So there's a common thread throughout, but they're all different. And our goal is actually to make the connections online that leads to in person.
That's great.
So a prime example right now, and I'm very proud of this, a new artist named Soft Cult.
Yes.
Their managers participated in our B2B with the festivals in November at Indieweek online, and Soft Cult is playing in Bangkok as a result at a festival in, I think, 2.5 weeks from now.
Wow.
And we've had people like Steve Stewart, who managed Stone Temple Pilots.
Great guy.
Yeah, dropping his email saying, yeah, just get in touch with me. Unreal. Like, you couldn't do that before.
You could never do that. Like you said, that wall was always there. There are so many opportunities. And I think that's the wonderful thing that you're doing. And you've been devoted to this for so long, Darryl. And I keep coming back to it. It's bringing the artist and the industry together. It's more important than it's ever been, because the industry is not what it used to be. There's very little industry out there going to the bars night after night, watching bands, developing the bands, paying a lot of money to make records and videos. It doesn't work like that anymore. The artist has to be sort of in the driver's seat for a lot of the process. And I think that having people like you setting up these type of things is an invaluable thing. And I encourage everybody who wants to be in the music business to try any of the seminars or conferences we talked about. It's really informative stuff. And I recommend that for everybody out there. So I'll put the link below and we'll check that out.
Yeah, if I could add one thing to that.
Yes.
We do a weekly free session every Tuesday.
Exactly.
Every Tuesday, and people tune in from around the world, usually someone from Portugal Bulgaria, US, across Canada, and sometimes we've had like Indonesia, Japan. It's crazy, you just don't know. And one person that tunes in is David Bowie's manager from Brazil. He's usually poking around online. So
it's pretty cool. The people are, I mean, I guess when I said the industry isn't really out looking, there are still people in the industry who are poking around looking for something that's really interesting to go, you know, and you never know when that lottery ticket gets pulled. Well, I think it's amazing what you do, Darryl. Thanks for taking some time. I know it's a real busy time for you always, but especially a week before the big conference starts. So thanks for taking the time to chat. I look forward to being able to go down for some noodles again soon when I'm back in Toronto. We'll get to chatting about old records and stuff then. But we learned a song for you. Well, actually, I'm going to play it solo. I'm going to play it for you right now. It's a Dan Mangan song. It's interesting because a lot of the requests have been for older stuff, and you said let's do something a little more current. You chose the Dan Mangan song. What's it called now? In Your Corner. In Your Corner, yeah. And it's a pretty heavy song. Like, it is, yeah. It's a beautiful song. Dan Mangan is one of those guys who's been like Steve Durpak. I don't know if you know Steve out in Edmonton. Yeah. Steve is always telling me, you know, I've got to listen to more Dan Mangan, and it's been on my list for so long. And when you requested it, I went, oh, this is great. I got a chance to delve into some Dan, and this is a great song to start with. So we're really happy to learn that, and I'm going to play that for you. Yeah, next week as well, Andrew Younghusband requested another modern country singer. So it's good to get some of the modern stuff as well as the Ray Prices and Charlie Prides. So have a great day. Thank you so much. Darryl, thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye now.